Actually going to just jump straight back into this match. I'm just going to pause the music so we can get in on this action right here. We do see BaM versus IDDQD in the third place match, not third place final. Makes absolutely no sense.
That's okay.
So we see blue team all going over to the far point at the moment, putting one of their guys on their close to the ranger. Is going to be bunkering that point. So we do. It's
nice a little weird that they're going to focus a little bit more heavily on the enemy's close point. I mean, we've seen IDDQD many times, and it just does not work for them. So maybe they're thinking that they're going to throw this team off, but they did face this team in the brackets. So it'll be interesting to see what actually comes of this.
I mean, at the moment we've got in the EU especially, it's quite there's two tactics on this map. We do see two guys going down simultaneously there. We do see Numrot is actually going to get res, but Requiem went for the res and actually got downed himself, and Numrot is down. Wrecking only a matter of time now until he's down. So we do see that blue actually did come back to the point and very strong at picking that up as they came back to defend. Oh, they actually did very well. They actually did get that back. Very good job from blue. It's as I was just about to say. I got a little bit lost there. In the EU, we play a couple of tactics on this map. Sometimes we go close point and then the rest go for the far as well, or we go to the close point and the mid. It's seeing this tactic a lot more now, just because mid's very, very fast. You've got good access down for tranquility, of course. If you're in stillness is popping a lot more. You've got the ferocity buff, so you'll probably see blue start to move towards gate, or actually trying to go for that tranquility if they need to. But yeah, it's a good tactic that's actually paid off for them at the moment.
Yeah, right now we are going to see Dokfu actually try and take ferocity completely uncontested, and he should be able to pop back to this gate and just completely grab it, but no one's going to go for it. It's completely uncontested. Again, right now, IDDQ does lead in points and as in point caps as well. This is going to be a 2-for-1 right now, but we are seeing them very, very heavily involved into the enemy close point. Still no one at the gate, which I'm not entirely sure what Drakfu is doing. He's just kind of standing around, not really doing anything. Not sure what's really going on in his head right now. But we are going to see that, well, you know what, BaM taking a good advantage of the IDDQ's small mishap and a little bit miscommunication there. Wrecking doing a very, very good job at trying to deal as much damage as possible. Not going to be able to cleave his target down. He's very, very low. Going to pop that Withdrawal and Basileus Venom to give him some regeneration and protection. But right now, it is going to be a 2-for-1 still in favor of IDDQ because they did just cap that gate uncontested.
Yeah, the Ranger was umming and ahhing really to whether or not to go down there. Feels like there's a lot of communication lacking in these teams of where to be on the map. Once again, a very simple way to work well as a team is to talk to each other. You've got someone leading the team, which is fair enough, but if you're talking to your team, you're saying, alright, I've got a Guardian and a Warrior, potential specs of those guys, you know they're presently on that point, you know they're not elsewhere. So if you're all talking to each other, you know a point's open, and you know you can potentially go there for a decap and then come back and help in a team fight that might be lasting forever. But at the moment, blue seem to be taking more advantage of that, using that initiative around the map, going for the midpoint and altar. Red all just coming into their close point. Maybe they want to just regroup to get it back, so they're going to push out there. I can understand that, but it's not working for them, so they need to mix it up.
Gummy Axe, unfortunately, going down there, going to be bled out, and it looks like that Red's going to be able to get their capture point, but unfortunately, blue has stillness, so that's going to be a lot of points accumulated per tick right now. That is going to just essentially double anything that they're actually going to be able to do. And that's just going to put them in the lead very, very quickly. And we are seeing a couple decaps going up from Bomber. Bomber actually decapping the Blues close point. Drakfu coming in, but he does not see Little Shruma right there. Little Shruma, of course, playing the Necromancer. And this is going to be not a good position for Drakfu to be in right now, taking a ton of condition damage as well as some good CC there. And he is not going to back out. He's going to try and stay there as much as possible for his team to actually back him up there. We are seeing Belson and Gummy X come up and try and deal some extra damage here. And we are going to see Belson come up and try and take up a Little Shrima, but Little Shrima actually going to be knocked down, popping Plague Form there as well, and dealing a lot of condition damage to the IDDQ team onto their close point there. And not sure if this is going to be able to actually decap this or stay there, but it looks like they're going to come back from this now.
Ranger's playing he's playing a very interesting spec. He held there against two guys for an extremely long time. Mm-hmm. It looks like a variation on, it's very pet heavy. It's a variation of a Spirit spec with different, no, not really. It's an interesting one, I'll grant you that. He's doing very well. He is a bunker spec player, not going for the Spirit. So I think he's showing off that Ranger has indeed got some more specs that they can pull out the bag. Mm-hmm. Maybe lacking a little bit more of the damage from the Spirit, but he did do very well against two players there. Normally a Spirit Ranger, you got your spirits down, you're kind of a bit screwed, but he showed that doing well. And see Red Team over here by Temple now, going for a stealth, going for a regroup. Looks like they're going to push down for maybe Tranquility, as we have 20 seconds left for them to go for that. But they're going to decided to maybe potentially waste that. Oh, but we see Reckon just maybe managed to peel off to the blue close, and we see everyone's kind of peeling off now. They do realise that Tranquility's up and that Bazeleel is waiting down there now, but so is Quiz, and unfortunately Dark is down there on his own. He needs help. Yeah,
he definitely needs help. Unfortunately...
Okay. Not sure what happened there.
Blue team wins, everybody! We're going to figure out what just happened. I'm not sure why they...
Did you see that? Red team got a capture point.
Stopped the match in the middle of it.
Appears it's going to be replayed. There was a disconnect. I didn't notice that on the map, but okay. Looks like we're just going to go through there. Unfortunately, when it comes to language, we don't speak Russian, so when they start talking in map chat, we ain't got a clue. But yeah, we'll see. We're just going to wait. We're just going to see if these guys know whether or not we're going to replay this match, or we are indeed going to go into this now. I need to move very quickly. Come on, guys. Let's do this. Doesn't look like these teams want to look. I mean, we saw IDDQD. They went for it there. They held that point and the far point and the close, and that paid off for them. And Red peeled back and lost their mid, and they got a bit confused around the map. So they let themselves go a little bit, unfortunately, and it didn't. Yeah, they couldn't really pull themselves back, and then we got the disconnect as well. So I didn't notice that disconnect happen. It's a good thing these guys did, so we can replay this match. Just seeing what's happening here. It appears we've got all the team members, just waiting for them to ready up. Okay, so we did see in that last match we're seeing some extremely strong players from the blue team in the moment. They're playing a lot better now than they did in the matches that they played in the match they lost just earlier to get them to the third place. I mean, it's difficult playing against a team which has played a lot and been around for a while and they've got that communication. You know, sometimes it can make you more nervous, and I know what it's like as a newer team or as a team that doesn't get to play Tournie as much, that it can be slightly I'm looking for a word here.
Slightly
off-putting.
I know which word. Yeah, off-putting.
We'll go with off-putting. But so I can understand that from these guys, and obviously we'll see them again, hopefully, in more of the EU scene rather than just Russian scene. And we'll get to know these guys and these players a bit more. Hopefully we'll see a lot more. I thought we got another disconnect there. It seems to be okay. So let's watch these splits there on the map. We haven't been watching these too much. I apologise for that as well.
Not really that much of a split.
Not really.
They all kind of went the same exact way here.
Now we've got that split.
Yeah, it looks like one player from each team is going to be going on to their close point. Both teams are going to actually try and just completely skip, and we're going to see just a massive fight in mid here. And we are going to see Dark Azura being the first one to pull onto the first damage here. Hanzo actually dealing a significant amount of damage onto Dark Azura with that staff there. Wrecking Death coming up. Stealth as well, going to be de-stealth there as well. Quiz going to be dropping out here as well. And Little Shruma and Gummy X kind of duking it out here onto the top there. Gummy X going to be porting out of the way. Not a lot of things he can do here, but Little Shruma dealing a ton of condition damage here onto IDDQ. Very, very nice job. Very, very good placement of the Time Warp there for the IDDQ team. This should be allow them to rally a little bit faster, but unfortunately Gummy X being very, very low here, not going to be doing much.
Yeah, Bez had the Illusion of Life up on him there as well. I think they were just waiting to try and get that kill, which they didn't eventually get. Red just pulling back now. Looks like we've got a little bit of a switch up going down here at the moment. It was a good team fight. The Time Warp, everything was used well. It was just a focus on the targets. There wasn't a lot of damage on one particular target from the blue team there.
Yeah, unfortunately, IDDQ did not focus fire their targets very, very well, and we are going to see BaM a little bit ahead now. They are 2 points ahead, and this is going to be a little bit reverse of what we saw in the previous match. Yeah, Bomber actually coming up, going to use his Adrenaline ability onto the Henge to try and get some AoE burning damage here, but unfortunately, Numrod going to be going down as well.
Yeah, he's just outnumbered there. There's not much really he could do other than bail, and I don't think he would have got very far doing that. So it's just trying to stay there and contest the point, much like Dragfu on the other side. So they've literally just switched points, both Rangers dying on each side. Both got pretty much the same idea. So it looks like we're going to see the Rangers mainly bunkering on the on the close points, and we're going to see mainly team fights. It's odd because I'm looking at the map and I'm looking at chat, and sometimes it seems to me that they're all calling out fights in different places, like to fight at mid or to fight somewhere else. So this is a very interesting interesting way of playing. I noticed it a couple of times. I'm not sure if I'm correct about that, but sometimes it looks like there's a potential for people calling out fights in the map, which is very interesting.
Well, since it's in Russian, they could just be talking and cussing at each other. So
they could.
we don't really know what's being said here, but we are going to see Bazeleel actually go down here very, very quickly. He's going to try and get rallied here by his team. Gummy X trying to do as much as possible, but that we are going to see that stomp happen onto Bazeleel. Dark Azura actually going down here as well. He does have that wave of light here to try and portray him. But unfortunately, Gummy X being stomped, he's going to be able to be rallied to pop his heal, and that is going to be another downed player for IDDQ, and we are going to see Hazen actually go down here as well. So that is a 3-player wipe there for IDDQD, and it looks like BaM very, very dominant on this map.
Yeah, they've pulled it out of the bag. They've really pulled back there. Completely switched it. This is their map apparently. Temple, not sure how long. We had a disconnect there, but this is a very, very much a different map at the moment, and the way things are going. We do see that Quiz is now taking the red team's close point over at mine, and also at Henge we see red taking that point there, and they do have the mid. So we've got a lot going on for red. This is good. It's nice to see that them come back in this now.
Yes, Little Shruma actually very, very low here, trying to take Quiz and Bazeleel by himself as 2 other members come up. That is going to be a stomp onto the Little Shruma. Unfortunately, not going to be able to do much of anything. But we are going to see some small contestation onto the Henge here, as we see Dragfu try and deliberately pretty much just kind of distract Numrod and try and get the rest of his team over here, which is going to be the case here. We are seeing Wrecking Death come up here as well. Just a little bit of small damage output onto the Dragfu. Dragfu desperately trying to do something, but unfortunately, versus a Ranger and a Thief, not going to be able to do much. A lot of CC going down onto him as well, and we are seeing Dragfu pop that Vasile's Venom, and going to be actually targeting Quiz here, and we did just see the looks like Gummy X did just pop the Time Warp once again. He does have that illusionary life here, still able to try and res his teammates here. Numrod going to go down here. A lot of AoE damage being onto the point of Henge, and it looks like Blue, IDD Blue, is going to be able to take this point back once again.
Oh, it's very strong when they came in there. You could see them, the focus they had when they went back, when they went onto the point. Dragfu did a very, very good job of holding that point until he got support against two players. Again, seeing him very constant on those close points, doing extremely well to hold and to wait for his team to come back. So this is a player to watch out for the future. Very, very good little Ranger, doing very well for his team, really keeping that back end. Oh, I got to choose my words. That back point in basically being the base of the team, securing those points for them. They just need to pull back into this match if they can and do what they did on that Henge.
No, most definitely. We are seeing Gummy X come in here and try and deal as much damage as possible, as Numrod is very, very low here. Gummy X going down almost instantly here. Very, very large amount of burst damage from Wrecking Death. And unfortunately, we are going to see him pop the Whirlwind, dealing a lot of AoE damage to both players of IDDQ. That is going to be a stomp for Gummy X, and unfortunately, Bazeleel is going to go down here as well. So that is going to be a 2-point cap for Team IDDQ, but they are still behind in points because they have been behind so much this game.
Yeah, they're really pulling it back now, though. They've got 240 now, and we did have the 2 cap from Blue. Mine is being contested again at the moment, as you see 2 red on the Blue, and now we've got 3 red. Hopefully they're going to pull this point back, and as Blue respawn, they're going to get back and pull back their close point. So points are flipping a lot at the moment. Blue coming back very strong now. They were about 150 points behind. Now they're about 90. All points are contested. It is still very open. We do have a boss on the red team side as well, which is potentially going to go up for grabs. So we do see that unfortunately Bomberg did go down at Henge, so Blue are going to get that Henge point. So now they've both got their team points, and I guarantee a mid fight.
Yeah, right now, I mean, Hanzo really trying to keep this point uncontested, doing a good job of just kind of being really annoying, dodging everywhere, but unfortunately he does go down. He does have that Wave of Light still available. He does use it. This is going to be a possible stomp. No, he's going to get knocked there back by Bazeleel. Bazeleel trying to res his teammate. Unfortunately, not going to happen. The cow going to drop off and say, nope, not going to happen. Have some milk. Numrod actually very, very low here once again. Very, very low, and that stomp is going to come off here onto Numrod. Unfortunately, Gummy X as well, trying to deal as much damage as possible, and Blue is going to finally be able to get this midpoint.
Unfortunately, they have just traded points. They've gone for mid. They've lost their close point. They've got both contested. You did see by Dark there, no stability up from Blue, so that he did run in there. He just popped his shield 5 and knocked everyone back. So he did very well then, preventing the cap. He's going to go down, potentially, but he did get Chaos Armor as well, and now back up to 50% HP to get back into the point. So he's done very well there, and Red did very well to use the initiative. This is what I'm talking about. Bomberg did pop over to Henge to try and cap or decap. So Red very much keeping it at bay, stretching the lead to about 120 points. So there's that 20 points they've just regained back there. Only Quiz in the mid at the moment.
Yeah, Quiz going to go down very, very quickly, popping that special walk and his death shroud to try and keep alive. Special armor also is going to be used, which is just very, very important here. But he's going to try and focus on Little Shruma here, dealing a lot of condition damage onto this midpoint there, but he is going to go down. He does have that fear available, but with 2 stomps, that's not going to be really going to be anything other than his death. We're going to look at Henge here. Dragfu doing a great job once again at completely negating Bomber and just saying, no, you're not going to take this point. This is going to be my point. That stomp's going to go on to Bomber as well. And right now we are seeing Numrod actually take the Svanir for the red team.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, they've pulled really, really far ahead. It's almost to 150 points. Blue losing a little bit of momentum now, and they need to jack through, holding that close point really well, but unfortunately, Fortunately, the communication around the rest of the map isn't too good. They need to. They can't come back at the moment. They've got 20 points. They've got 2 caps at the moment as well. By the time we've got a congestion or another point going, it's going to be all over, unfortunately, for the blue team.
All BaM has to do is take the chieftain and they win, or just stomp somebody out, or just wait for the ticks to go. So they're going to be. Is this a? Since it was a remake, I assume that they're going to be up 1 in this best of 3 series.
Yes. Let's just double check.
We're going to go to the next map here shortly, guys. So basically, one thing that I want to point out is the both teams actually had some pretty good movement and some excellent teamwork. But the kind of big factor, I think, was using the Mesmer to try and portal around. I think BaM used that a lot more effectively than Gummy X did.
Yeah, I don't know. They seem to be a bit more confident on the open maps, IDDQD. Yeah. On the more close quarter matches, they seem to be a little bit less focused, which is maybe why they lost that first one before. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's just so interesting how you can change the map up and then everything just completely changes. So you can see a team get absolutely thrashed. They move into that next match and then things just flip round. This is very, very good. And we're just going to go quickly over this map just as we wait for the teams. I'm just going to explain to these guys what actually happens just in case anyone is joining our stream who doesn't know. This map is called Legacy of the Fofire. There's 3 capture points, Conquest Style, Waterfall, Graveyard, and the Quarry, which is down here. We do have 2 bosses which appear for the red team, one over here for the red team, and also one on the opposite side for the blue team. The boss is surrounded by 4 NPCs, which you can rally off. They're just like regular NPCs in PvE land. And you can also kill the Lord for 150 points. People either zerg the boss to get 150 points, or they'll all go wait for 350, and to maybe potentially go for a boss kill to either distract or to actually get the win. It's a very nice tactic. We are yet to see anyone go for it. We've seen people going for the gates, but not actually go for the actual Lord himself. So I'm hoping, Baz, that we're going to see a Lord kill, hopefully in this match or the final. I really want to see one. It's been a while.
Yeah, we'll see pretty much what happens here. I think that as both teams ready up here, we're going to see some pretty interesting play by both members of each team. Looks like BaM is choosing to use a Necro Ranger Guardian Warrior Thief combination, and we are going to see the IDDQD use their Mesmer Warrior Guardian Necro, and there's still one left, so we're just waiting on them to find the last player and start this match for you.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see this start fairly shortly. We've been streaming for a couple of hours now. We're doing pretty well. We've still got this match and we've still got the final to go. We're down a couple of viewers on the stream since we started, so guys, start getting all this info out. We've got a hell of a final coming up. It's going to be the best match of the tournament so far. We've got Plastic Fantastic versus Joke. Get this information out to your servers. This is going to be a top match final with 2 teams that need a bit more love from our community. So get out there, let everyone know this Twitch, let them know our Twitter details, and just get this out there, and then see if we can get some. Let's get some Americans watching this. It might be a bit early still. Oh yeah, it'll be about 12.
No, it's 1 p.m. It's not.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna start shouting at some Americans in a minute.
So we are going to see Master Joe as the final pick for Team IDDQ. He did a pretty good job in the last couple matches that he played in. So it'll be interesting to see that what kind of key factors that he played in. This map is going to really kind of pretty much prove each team what they're made of, because this is pretty much the map that requires the most amount of communication and the most amount of just kind of team strategy.
Very, very, very right about that. You see red team, they're going to be going for a potential stealth into mid, yet we do see two of the red team splitting off on the stealth, going for that AoE damage on Hansu. Looks like they're going to try and burst him down and go for Bez as well on the side. We've got 3 versus 2 at the moment on the mid. Oh no, it's 3 versus 3. Didn't see the other guy come in there. Just see Wrecking come into the point now as well. So we see, as I look at the map, we see 2 side points, both empty. The mid fight is what it's all about for the Russians at the moment.
Yeah, right now we do see Little Gummy actually pop his Time Warp, and that is going to be a huge factor in this team fight. We do see Little Shruma very, very low here, as well as Quiz getting down here. Can he get stomped out? He's going to be rallied by his teammates. Little Shruma down as well, going to get downed once again. Can she get stomped out by the other team? Actually, she does go down there by the IDDQ, so that's going to be a 1-point advantage there for IDDQ right now. Gummy actually doing a very, very nice job at dealing a lot of damage to Bomber. We are going to see Dark Azura actually come up here and try and deal as much damage as possible, but they're going to be pushed away from the midpoint as well, and this is IDDQ's chance to come back.
Indeed. It looks like they're... Wrecking did quite well, tried to use it, was using that initiative that we were talking about earlier, trying to go and decap Waterfall potentially, did drag back the Ranger and the Necro from Blue as well, but Blue are just going to be solid. They're going to be trying to hold these 2 points. Bez has gone over to Quarry to see if he can tank over there a little bit, contest it, maybe just keep him at bay so the other guys can get their cooldowns back, but Blue are regrouping on the mid. As you see at the top, you see Master Joy actually watching that point as well. You see Gummy as well, got that mobility between the points. They've got there's a lot of support, bunker, and mobility going on with this team. It's a good little mix they've got going on.
Yeah, IDDQ, I think, picked a great kind of combination here. We are going to see Hanso actually try and deal some damage to Little Shruma. Little Shruma going to be pushed back. Unfortunately, Hansen gets feared as well, and we are seeing some AoE bow damage come out from both teams here. Wrecking is doing a pretty good job at trying to really just kind of be really confusing. They're going to be onto that waterfall and decap it once again, but Blue... IDDQ doing a very, very good job right now at completely dominating this map and could tie the series at a 1-1 at the rate they're going right now.
Yeah, they pulled it back well, but Red are actually starting to pull back this waterfall point. They've actually Wrecking is pulled out onto waterfall, got the decap, did very well to do that. It looks like we've got a bit of an even fight going on at waterfall. We see that Numrot is close to going down at the mid. He needs to maybe think about bailing off there, trying to support his team elsewhere. Nothing going on at Quarry. Quarry is indeed open at the moment. XS Gummy potentially going to go down here, looking very low. He has indeed gone down. He's just waiting for the stomp from Wrecking. We see that Bazeleel has come in. See if he's going to get the res on him. He's trying. He's gonna. Oh, Gummy's so close to being red.
So close. He should be able to get that rally pretty quickly. Here comes Little Shruma. Not in time. Very, very nice job. But unfortunately, Quisco does go down there in that engagement. But Little Gummy will live to fight another day here. Being focused by Wrecking. Wrecking just dealing so much damage. Little Gummy going down here almost instantaneously. Just so much damage. But no, we are going to see Bazeleel actually do a very, very nice job at Wrecking. Try and deal as much damage as possible. Bazeleel going to be able to rally his teammate. And Wrecking, unfortunately, going to go down.
Yeah, Bez rather than going for the actual down there, he just decided to res his teammate. In that situation, just probably with all the fighting that's going around, just maybe a good idea to let damage the thief and get the safe res on his teammate there. We do see the red pulling it back now. We've got the Ranger versus little Shinami on the waterfall point at the moment. The Necro doing very well to hold this point, and we're flipping points again. Quiz is down in Quarry, capping that point, so they will have mid and Quarry. Red doing well to pull back, but also not watching out for that close point.
Yeah, right now, Little Shruma doing an excellent job at completely denying Master Joe. Bomber coming up with that stomp there. Can he grab it? Let's check it out. Going to be able to stomp there. Bomber doing an excellent job at completely denying Master Joe any points into this engagement here. But we are seeing IDDQ with a 2-point cap lead right now. They are about 40 points ahead, give or take. And they could tie this up if they keep playing their cards correctly. Now, one thing that's going to be a key fight in this matchup here is this Guild Lord once a team gets to 350 and they rush the Guild Lord, they instantly win. So that's going to have to be some sort of kind of in the player's mind here. Wrecking Death very, very low. Unfortunately, not going to be able to do much of anything, and his entire team instantly goes on him and says, you're going to be back up. Time Warp being popped here by Gummy X. Gummy X going down here once again. He does have his Deception ready. He's going to use it, going to be going to Stealth here, and it looks like Quiz going to try and rally him up. Quiz very, very low here as well. Wrecking Death almost able to take him down. Wrecking Death does go down here. Lots of AoE healing going up here for Gummy X. Gummy X is going to be DPS down here. Quiz low here once again. We are going to see Hanson try and res him, and not going to be able to. The stomp is going to actually land here onto Quiz, and Gummy X and Quiz are out of the fight.
Yeah, apologies about that. I was just getting some messages from some of the guys in the chat just talking to me about the fights, and just wanted to quickly reply. So sorry about that, guys who were watching just then. Apologies, we're back in the fight now. Bazeleel going down on the midpoint. Blue almost had the free cap there, but they've still got contesting. Red are contesting very well. All these points are flipping. It's like a traffic light going on with the scoreboards at the moment. Blue not being something.
Oh, they have mid. They have mid, Jebro. This is going to be so hard for IDDQ to come back now. Mid's such a hard point to grab back, such a large area of effect. Now this is a 2-point advantage for Team BaM. BaM is just in such a good point position right now. They are able to almost completely contest the close point of the IDDQ as well. Wrecking Death dealing a lot of damage. Going to pop that withdrawal, try and dodge out of the way here. A lot of AoE damage coming out from the Rangers as well. Little Shrima doing an excellent job at popping that Plague, dealing a lot of AoE damage here. Right now, Dark Azura actually trying to do some more damage as well, and they actually move off the point here. And this is still a 2-cap for BaM, and just so much going on right now. Neither team in the lead right now at Waterfall, but mid being pursued once again here. Numrot really trying to deal as much damage here. He does have his heal. He's going to pop that off there. He does use that bow there to deal as much damage as possible to Hanson, and he is going to go down. Unfortunately, he does get feared there, and he's going to get rallied by his teammate, and that's going to be a rally here for IDDQ.
He did very well there. I did see someone left the midpoint. I think it was BaM. He did go to Waterfall to try and support, and the midpoint was indeed left open. So Num was actually called into the mid. Either that, or he just saw that the mid was being left open, so did need to come back and potentially keep that. So in doing so and keeping it contested, at the very least, he's actually pushed his team in front by 10 points. So that man is very much to thank for that initiative that he took there. And we see that Wrecking, and it's a 2v1 fight at the moment at Waterfall. Blue are getting no points. They need to start pulling out of this map and get onto these points as soon as possible, but unfortunately they are respawning at the moment. We are very close to a potential Lord kill. I'm not sure.
I want to see it. I want to see it, Jebro. I want to see it. I want to see them rush the Guild Lord and completely dominate it. I want to. It has to happen.
I'm not sure what's going on at the moment. They seem to either be regrouping. Yeah, they've regrouped. Okay, they're moving to mid. We do see it's a free cap for red at the moment, so blue need to get another 30-45 points to think about going for a Lord, which at the moment is probably the main way they were coming back into this. But as the free cap is coming off, they really need to do this damn quickly, because the points are just numbering up. We do see the Mesmer has gone down at Quarry, and Numrot is just going to leave him to bleed out down there. Hopefully the Ranger is capping Waterfall, which he is indeed. Blue are not contesting the mid though. They need to either push back to Quarry, maybe take that and take the gate, or just get mid. Low Dark is starting to go down, but Quiz goes down at the top of the point as well, and they've left him and they've actually moved down into mid to focus back onto Hanzu. Red being very strong in this mid fight, knowing exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, unfortunately, Gummy X is down here as well, kind of in the side point of Quarry there. I think they're just going to leave him there because they know he's not much of a threat here. We are going to see Numrot come back and see him. Unfortunately, man, Gummy X not having a good day here. Dark Azura is going to go down here in the midpoint there. He does get stomped there. So that's going to be a decontested point there for the IDDQ right now. Quiz, unfortunately, does go down. Gummy X is almost going to go down here, and that is going to be the death. You know, unfortunately, they kind of let him bled out. So he was away from the fight. A really, really good play there by Team BaM. And it looks like Belson is actually going to go for the Guild Lord. This is happening now. He is actually trying to go for the Red Guild Lord right now. And
It's
if he can pull this off in time and as quickly as possible, not going to happen. Unfortunately, Wrecking Death sees him, and that is going to be the third place finalist for BaM in this tournament.
I think so at the moment. We got 15 points. Unless they can decap Quarry, they ain't gonna get in there and get the Lord. Unfortunately, slow movement on that. Very unfortunate for IDD. Yeah, that
Very
one.
Close.
It was a very close match. Unfortunately for them, we do see that BaM get the third place in this tournament. All we've got left now is to sort out first and second, which will be our next match.
Finals is coming up, guys.